Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all those joining us today with On Passive Aussie Girls and a Kiwi Guy. Today we're coming to you about an amazing opportunity called On Passive. So we'd love for you to take the time. Thank you for coming, firstly, and listening to what Yvonne has to say with her presentation today. This truly is a remarkable opportunity, and we don't want you living with regret. So please listen tentatively. There will be a quick Q&A afterwards. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and we will get to answering your questions. Please do not leave the webinar until you have all your questions answered, because it is really important that you are making this decision by having every possible question answered. So thank you once again. I will read our acknowledgement of country firstly, and then we'll get into it. We would like to acknowledge the land in which we are meeting on today and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. We would like to thank them for the knowledge that they share with us to look after the land and each other. Now I'd like to introduce Yvonne Mackett. Yvonne lives in Perth, Western Australia, which is on the other side of Australia to me. Yvonne has and did emigrate to Australia in 1992 with 4 young children. Yvonne has had mainly businesses or run businesses herself, joined companies where she felt that, that was something that she could do to provide an income for herself, her children. So it is amazing that Yvonne and I met through On Passive. Had it have not been for On Passive, we would not have met. And that was early in 2021. Yvonne and I established a beautiful friendship. Today, we can say that we're sort of best buddies, I suppose, best mates in Australia. And I'd like to welcome Yvonne. She does an amazing presentation. So thank you, Yvonne, and we'll head over to you right now.
Thank you, Narelle. Thank you so much. And welcome, everybody. We really do appreciate you taking your time out today. And this morning, evening, wherever you're coming in from, we welcome you. And to the lucky founders here, thank you for your support. Thank you to our Special Leadership Council. We really do appreciate you. And if you are guests here today, we would like you to, and you would like to be part of this revolutionary company, please get back to the person that shared this with you. Ask for your invite link. Today, you will hear about a life-changing opportunity that could change your future and change your life in so many ways. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you will not get offered anything like this again, I'm sure of it. It's not every day you get something like this put in your palm of your hands. This platform is for anyone who wants to earn a little income, or extra income, sorry, not little, but an extra income. So do you fit into these criteria? Do you need a backup plan, a retirement plan? And are you unemployed or homeless? Are you a single parent? Have you just left school? Are you a university and you want to pay your fees? Do you work online? Or do you have an MLM business? Are you in retail? Do you own a company? If so, this is for you. But you do not need to know, you do not need to have a business to be in this business. And you don't need to know anything about online business, because our CEO of the company, Ash Mufareh, and the founder, has an amazing tech team. And with them, he has built this. So you can sit back and let AI work for you. Now, you probably won't come across this again in your life, so I wouldn't waste any more time. Take a listen and please get back to the person who shared this with you. Now, this is a global startup company, and we are moving into the next stage, and we are beta testing many of the products. This global company is a multi-billion-dollar company, and if you join us today as a founder, before we close the positions, you will still be in the top 1% of the company when we launch to the world. How awesome is that? Have you ever been offered a great opportunity like this? Probably not. Now, here is your chance. We are starting stronger than any other IT company that has ever started before us. So what exactly is OnPassive? Well, OnPassive is a very real business. It's a global company. It's valued well over $5.5 billion, and it is an information technology company with 50 portfolios of digital products and tools. They are far more superior than what you're using out there, and they're all easily accessible under one umbrella and all run by artificial intelligence and machine learning technology. It's an online marketing business solution. The company has brick and mortar assets. We have 2 buildings here. We have an executive office in Florida where our CEO Ash Mufareh works from. And we have our latest buildings in Bangladesh. It's not pictured here yet. And also one in Singapore. But we also, pictured here, have a very huge 6-story building in Hyderabad, classed as high-tech city, in the Silicon Valley of India, where you'll find all the top name companies such as Google, Microsoft, Apple, and many of the mainstream businesses. Also where you'll find the best IT experts. Now, as many of you may know, India is known for their IT skills. Now, OnPassive have the best of the best software engineers, programmers, media experts, marketers, and other IT specialists. And our staff have come from the likes of companies JP Morgan, Apple, Google, and many big brand names. We have approximately 700 staff, and we expect to have 1,000 staff once launched, and they can fit 1,000 staff comfortably in that building. OnPassive will definitely be a household name for sure. So who is the brains behind OnPassive? Well, here he is, our CEO, Ash Mufareh. In this photo, he is a man with a vision for the future. He's a selfless man. He really does care about humanity, and he also is a family man with a very supportive, beautiful wife and 2 very young boys. His hobbies are fishing, hiking, and he has a keen interest in NASA. He attended the American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce at MIT. He also completed the Harvard Online Business Creation Systems. Now, while Ash did his studies, he researched models like Walmart, Google, Twitter, Microsoft, Amazon, and many more. Ash also, by being in the industry and known the industry very well, with his 20 years experience and the research he had done, showed that only 3% of people earned, leaving the 97% to struggle. Now, he wanted to change these figures around, and he also learned that 320 million online businesses failed in the industry. So he felt it was a very unfair industry. Now, he wanted to correct the corruption. He understood how the internet had the potential to change the world and change poverty into prosperity. So 90% of online businesses fail because the lack of the knowledge, lack of finances, or the lack of know-how to market, recruit, or sell. Now, Ash was looking to find a fair business model. He spent years looking, he couldn't find anything. So he decided the only way was to create and build a platform himself with his team of the best IT professionals, and they built OnPassive from scratch. So this is when the company was created. It was 2018, but it did get a lot bigger than Ash Mufareh had originally anticipated it to be, and today has a solid foundation of over 1 million founders that proudly share the vision of what Ash Mufareh is doing and support him on this very exciting journey, and we are on one hell of a ride. Ash has given every person that joins an opportunity to make a change in their future and their family's future and the lives of others. That's why today OnPassive is stronger than any other IT company that has ever started before them. And we will be a unicorn company on launching to the world. And Google took 6 years to get to the unicorn status. So on average, it normally takes 7 years. So it shows how big OnPassive is. Now, so why OnPassive? Well, OnPassive have brilliant products. You don't have to do any recruiting. You don't have to convert leads. They guarantee the traffic, which is quality targeted traffic. It's self-funding, so that's where You pay once out of your pocket for your subscription, and then it is self-funding from there on. So this means it's all done for you 100% hands-free. You do not need to lift a finger with OnPassive. It works 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and it never takes a day off, never gets sick. It has every imaginable tool that you need for your success for your business, and it's all easily accessible in one place and on one interface. It's a plug and play system, so anybody can use it. There is no copycat or recycled tech, and you won't find a better price anywhere on the globe. So here we have, here we are in beta testing stage, and the platforms, with some of the platforms, and it is very exciting. Here we have 20 of the 50 digital online products, and I will go through 3 of them, as you can check them all out on onpassive.com. You will find a short video on them, and I do recommend you taking a look there. The platforms are all standalone platforms. They're all companies under their own right, under one umbrella, all owned by OnPassive, and they're all embedded with AI technology throughout. We have OShop, where you can get customized products so that you can leave a mark on your minds of the users every time they view your brand. This will help small to medium businesses. OShop also has affordable pricing. We also have Academy, so you can reinvent yourself to learn and earn. Academy is one-of-a-kind application for learners of any age, with many more benefits, such as facial distraction. So when teachers are teaching, they will know when the pupil or pupils are not paying attention. So this is a really good bonus. You can also earn, if you have a course or class and you'd like to teach, you can put that onto this platform as long as it goes with the OnPassive criteria, it passes that and it's all legal. You can put it on this platform and it will go out to the world. It can be translated into 57 different languages. You can put it on this platform just one time and you'll get paid on all the subscribers that come to your site. And OnPassive will pay 100% of the fees that you charge, and it will go straight into your wallet in your back office, in your currency in real time. Now, also, OConnect is like Zoom. It has many more benefits than what we have today on Zoom. You'll be able to use this for video conferencing, so you won't need to travel to your destinations for your work. And you can have unlimited people, so you can manage all your workers across the globe. You can bring them together on this great platform. It is also great for multi-level marketers, and it doesn't limit you to the amount of people that you can invite. And it is far cheaper than any other platform out there, with many, many more benefits. We have ONet. It's a social media platform that helps you connect with friends and family and discover new friends. It's a bit like Facebook, but ONet will not sell your data. It also is a very safe platform, and we all look forward to using ONet, as it is a revolutionary and secure social network platform. Now we have Obless. Obless is at the forefront of OnPassive. Obless is OnPassive's crowdfunding platform, where you can raise money for any cause, charity, like schools, sports fundraisers, etc. This platform will help humanity in such a big way, as we will have 1 million people at launch who are all subscribers, and they will be able to see your advertised cause, and also the founders are able to donate from their earnings from the wallet in their back office. You can also use the Obless platform, and OnPassive will give 100% to your cause or charity. Many others platforms take between 15 and 30% for advertising and admin. So the extra cash that Obless will allow you to keep will make a big difference in someone's life or club or charity. It's predicted by the end of 2022, the market share will be over $114 billion. It's proven scientifically in our DNA that the power of giving is 10 times more rewarding and fulfilling than receiving and taking. A great quote from Mufareh. So OnPassive is the world's greatest modern technology marketing solution, and it is going to be a global leader. Here we have OnPassive's business model. We have 50 online tools powered by AI. We have highly targeted traffic that generates a stream of customers on autopilot. It's a reduced cost because there's only one supplier, which will save you money and time. It has a simplified process with one email and one password, which will generate a passive income every day of the year. So why do we need these platforms? Well, if you compare the list today, the current model is based on competition and conflict, 97% of scams. It turns into money pits, costing more each month if you want to upgrade, etc. It requires you to sell, it requires you to recruit, and the tools you need, you have to go and buy them separately. So this takes up precious time, and time is money when you're in business. And it just costs such a lot of money at the end of the month. There's no guarantees of marketing and there's no guarantees of income, and the marketers are against each other. And the compensation plan is based on your own efforts. So you don't work, you don't advertise yourself, you don't have an income, or you don't have much. It's a very difficult dog eat dog out there. Now with today's new model, that will disrupt the online world for the better, is OnPassive's new model. It's based on mutual benefit. It's a real business, it's real products, and it's real people. It's self-funding, so it pays you to use it, and the marketer does not have to sell. The marketer does not have to recruit. Every tool that you need for your success is included in one place, and all the tools are included at one low price. It's 100% money back guaranteed as written in your NDA in your back office, so you can't lose. The marketers only compete with themselves, and it has a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan that has been patented, I can never say that, patented for OnPassive. So why OnPassive? Well, everybody will be using OnPassive in the very near future, whether they come to OnPassive for the tools, the money, or other benefits like communication and connections. They will all have a reason to come to OnPassive. So it's time to completely run your whole business on autopilot. Autopilot any business whatsoever, any opportunity. Everything is 100% done for you. Your advertising is done, your leads, your marketing, your recruiting, and your team building. It's all done by AI, which is artificial intelligence. It's all working for you, and yes, it will automate your existing business and provide a massive income opportunity by simply using this breakthrough platform. So the benefits of being a founder: you'll earn residual income for life. You'll have targeted traffic to your website given to you by the company. And OnPassive will then build your business and team for you automatically. You will be able to be part of the beta testing like we are now, and inner circle decision making, and only have to pay one time for your subscription of the use of 50 digital tools, and the company will then go to work for you. They will market for you, and your subscriptions will be paid out of your profits. You will benefit from massive marketing campaigns, and you will be able to have access to every tool that you will ever need for your business, and it is 100% hands-free. So how much will this cost you? To become a founder of a multi-billion-dollar company, all it will cost you, wait for it, is only 97 US dollars. That is 136 Australian dollars. That's including the $5 admin fee that the banks charge. New Zealand, that's 143 approximately. And once we launch, we will all become subscribers to the online platform and tools, and we will only have to pay out of our pocket a one-time between 200 and 300 US dollars. Now, you may have multiple accounts if you'd like to gift it to a family, a church, your kids, your grandkids, birthdays, Christmases, or just anybody, a charity. As long as you have different emails, you can gift as many times as you like. Now, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes. Just get in and learn how to do it later. It's a great quote from Richard Branson. Now, OnPassive, if you become a founder and have a business in or online, OnPassive will force you to be successful. If you do not have a business, to become a founder of a multi-billion-dollar company, all you need to do is get back to the person, ask them for the invite link, and just get in before it's too late, because we are closing off founding positions in the very, very close future, and we would love for you to enjoy this journey with us, because it's a very exciting journey. So don't delay, just get back to the person and join today, and you'll have no regrets. So thank you so much for listening. I'm Yvonne from Perth, Australia, and I hope to see you in our community. Thank you, Narelle. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Fantastic. Everyone applaud for Yvonne's presentation. Always colourful, always informative. So we thank you so much. It really is a wonderful honour to hear you share from your heart as well. So thank you everyone for being here. I noticed there's a few people been popping on a little bit late, so we welcome you. If you are coming in a little bit later than the presentation, remember that it is being recorded. So if you do want a copy of the recording, just let Yvonne and myself know, or you can pop over to On Passive Aussie Girls on our YouTube channel and the recording will be there. We also ask that if you are popping over there and using or watching some of our recordings, please subscribe to our channel. We need as much help as we can get here in Australia. So thank you, Leadership Council, Chris Johnson, for being here, and Marty as well. We appreciate your time because we know time is very precious. And here in Australia and New Zealand, we want to say thank you. We also put in apologies for our counterpart, Kenton Patterson from New Zealand. Kenton is usually not able to make it on Mondays because he works full time. So he does come along to our founders only on a Thursday night, and we welcome him there, and it usually is a good fun night as well. Okay, so if we have any guests, or if you're a founder and you've invited some guests along today, please let us know so we can make them welcome. If you are a guest and you have any questions, please either raise your hand by going to the reactions down the bottom of your device, or if you like and you can't have one of those, you can just wave, or please put your question into the chat box and we will get to that as soon as we can. I think that's about it. We will just wait to see if we have any questions. Remembering this is a guest webinar for all those founders that are here from all over the world. Oh my gosh, thank you for your support. Now, I'm just going to go over to Chris Johnson, our beautiful, you're not beautiful, handsome, our handsome Chris Johnson, just so that Chris can share a few words with us about his journey with OnPassive, and then we'll come back and check for any questions. Thank you, Chris.
Well, thank you, Miss Narelle and Yvonne. Once again, beautiful presentation. I just love your innocence when you do a presentation, your little giggles, absolutely love it. It's killing me, and in a good way, trust me. You know me, guys, I'm excited. I'm extremely happy to be here. Probably by, I don't know, Narelle, a year and 4 months ago, I lost track. My excitement completely blew my mind out of the water. Got into this really quick. I mean, within 15 minutes, took me about 3 to 4 days to really plug in, and I've been nonstop ever since. Excuse me, I'm drinking too much water and healthy granola, Marty, by the way. Anyway, I'm just really excited about this. Last Thursday, we did, the O staff, which completely caught me off guard. I didn't really realize how big that was until I actually seen it, like most of you. I'm hoping this week there's some more good news. We don't really know that yet until usually Monday or Sunday, sometimes tonight we get some stuff. But one thing I'm excited about is I talked to Narelle about this earlier, and I think she's going to be next Sunday. She'll be going live broadcast with over 8 and actually 9 YouTube channels. But I do want to say this. If there's any guests on here, thank you. But when we're talking on these, you guys got to remember now, we are going to the public. We got to be careful how we say things. We don't want people arguing like we do in the past here and there. So just remember that. Unpassive is going to blow everyone out of the water. But, you know, if someone sees someone arguing about something on a Zoom, it kind of knocks them back a lick. So keep that positive. Keep that in your mind as you're coming on this, because we are going public, folks. We are going public. Can I say it again? We are going public, guys. And that's introducing it to the world, which Ash Mufareh said, let's do this. Let's get out there. I'm excited, guys. Oh, bless. Oh, staff. Oh, tracker. Oh, my God. I think Oh Connect hits. I think once we start looking at Oh Connect, my God, bye-bye Zoom. Hello, world. We're here. So I'm excited. That's all I can say is you better be excited. You know my policy. If you're not excited, I will find you and excite you. Trust me. All right, Narelle, back to you.
Promises, 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 Chris. And you know what? You talk about, you know, people might be, you know, when it's going out live, and we really appreciate the fact that Australia and New Zealand are going to be on the map. You know, you should all be excited. If you're here in Australia, get excited, because this is going out to the world, live streaming on our YouTube channel and also 8 or 9 other channels. So how wonderful is that? Yay for Australia and New Zealand. It really is big, and we need to make sure that we're making an impact on the world, because Australia is a big country as well. And still, you know, there's very few that know about OnPassive here in Australia. The other thing is, Chris, we are lovers, not fighters. So Australia, New Zealand, we're fine, love. We run very tight, wonderful, informative, creative webinars. So there ain't no fighting here. But thank you for warning people, because yes, if there's anything of that, you'll be hoisted straight out by the right ear. I see that we have Papua New Guinea in the house, and I'd like to welcome Jocelyn. Lovely to see you, Jocelyn. And also Tina is coming in from Singapore. Remember, for anyone who is here tonight, today, this afternoon, or those watching the recording, we are global. We are in over 212 countries worldwide, legal and compliant. This is really important, you know, because a lot of those other companies that Yvonne shared with you, and let's say, for instance, Facebook started off in a garage. Okay, he invited 5 of his friends to the garage and said, I want to share something with guys. 2 of those friends turned up. Okay, they saw a vision of what Mark Zuckerberg put out there and said, yeah, we're gonna go along with you. It cost $1,000 each they had to put in. And guess what? Today, where are they? You know, if they're not multi-million, they're multi-billion-dollar earners within the company. You know, Facebook went on, they now have 3 platforms, or have bought into other platforms, Instagram, and I think WhatsApp. So you know what, but that took years. I mean, I joined Facebook in 2007, right? So I've been around for a long time, and I've seen the changes. And I tell you what, the changes that I see right now, I do not like, okay? Other ones you put up with, you know, everybody is a little bit, a week or 2 before you settle into some of their changes that they've made over the years. But this one where they have such horrendous censorship about something that doesn't even need censoring, and yet the stuff that they allow to put up, which should be censored, absolute crap. It's wrong. Okay, so our product ONet, we cannot wait for that, so that we can get away from that. You know, the fact that they sell your information to third parties, Facebook, wrong. I don't care. You know, you can like Facebook, you can absolutely appreciate the fact that it was a platform that was brought to us many years ago that had us meeting people from all over the world. You know, that in itself was amazing. Lots of people, you know, yourself, you know, not only did you join your family and your friends, but you also became friends with other people all over the world. That is still going to continue with ONet, but it's just going to be on such an amazing platform and such an amazing new experience, because all those things that you've been using with Facebook are going to be available plus. And with AI technology, how incredible is that? You know, this is one product. And as Yvonne said, these are standalone products. Each and every one of the product tools available in OnPassive are standalone businesses. And they're available to you right now as a founder to be able to utilize those, whether you have a business or not. And that's why the simplicity of this is amazing, what the CEO has handed down, the vision that he had to not be the richest man in the world like those others, but to be the kindest. And what he saw was those 3% walking across, making all the big money, and the 97% that did not make money. Now, you know yourselves, if you've been out there online, multi-level marketing, whether you've been trying to share a product because you believe that it's the best one, and every few weeks or every few months, there's a new product coming out, right? And your friend's now selling something else, or they want you to buy into their business. They want you to buy their product. They want you to join their company. But the thing is, you're over it because you might have been in one or two yourself and you found that, oh my gosh, there's an auto ship. Oh my gosh, if I have to stay in a certain level, I've got to keep buying products every month, or I've got to actually ring somebody and ask them to join my company. And then it becomes too hard, because in the beginning you have the excitement of, oh my gosh, yes, I've tried this product. It's fantastic. It works for me. But guess what? Not everybody else is going to think like that. You know, and all of a sudden you've got a drawer full or a cupboard full of products, which are either washing powders, facial creams to make you look 20 years younger. You can tell I've used them all. And products or health products, because I tell you what, it's a multi-trillion-dollar business in the health industry right out there right now. If you're not taking a shake, a pill, a cream or something to lose weight, or like I said, look better, then you haven't been online, because they're out there everywhere. Honestly, it really is a dog eat dog world. Okay, this is a company that have put together the platforms available so that you can utilize each and every one of them on one easy platform. You know, it's so easy that all you've got to do is log in with one password, with a one-time password, one-time password for double security, because that's where your wallet's going to be. It's going to be in your back office. And we have double security on how you get into your back office. But that is going to keep it safe, because you don't want anybody being able to log into your account. You don't want anybody to be able to scam, you know, hackers and things like that. We see what happens out there in the real world, you know, and as much as what those other companies can say, hey, you know, we're looking after you, your interest, we know that that's a whole heap of CRAP. They do not have your interest at hand. They're just out there for the money, and it's about power and it's about greed. So it's time to take that back. And On Passive will give you, and is giving, that's the thing. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to go over to Marty, because I know Marty is here. If there aren't any questions yet, Yvonne, nothing yet. Okay, you must have given a fantastic presentation. Everybody knows what you said. And like I said, this is being recorded. So if you do want a copy of the recording, you can go over to our YouTube channel of On Passive Aussie Girls. Thank you, Marty. If you'd like to share a little with us today, that would be lovely.
Hello, everyone. You got to smile better than that. You got to be happy. There we go. Oh my God. Nobody ever listens to me unless I say that. Chris, smile, blockhead. There we go. How's everybody doing? Great, I'm sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, next, a very good presentation, Yvonne. Very good presentation. Yeah, we can go live next week. I think Narelle's going to put on hashtag on passive, and then Australia and your neighboring country. I think you'll probably see people. I don't know how much it'll matter now, but after the launch, when people punch in, believe it or not, they will use keywords like on passive Australia, and it could really help all of you grow pretty good. I believe so. I think that'll be fun. We started streaming live on Thursday for the staff, and there was 100,000 views. So that's pretty cool. And that can happen with anybody. And what works is you want to leverage what you can. You know, when you skip a rock across the pond, you want it to do 5 or 6 skips, right? Not one. So you just try to leverage everything you're doing. You guys are doing the work, but you got to get out there and leverage it any way you can. Also keep in mind, you guys could start doing TikTok. I know it sounds like a 12, 13-year-old kid thing. And if that's the case, I'm doing pretty good at it. No, but there are millennials on there, which I'm talking 20, 25, 30-year-olds. And we don't have enough young people in on passive, really. And they could blow this up if they get in it because they're going to love it, right? Mufareh is a great guy. It's more streamlined. The company's definitely state of the art. Yeah, I think it'll be fantastic. Big things are going to happen. We're doing. Which one are we doing next? You guys said it earlier.
Hey, tracker.
Oh, tracker. Yeah, that's a big deal. And you'll notice that things are becoming very, very quick now. So the main thing you want to do also, my opinion, I was in Africa earlier and I was telling them, help the people that you brought in, if it's 1, 5, 50, whatever, because you don't want anybody to be left behind, right? You don't want anybody, if they don't understand something, help them or send them somebody that can help them, because the company doesn't want to leave anybody behind. We keep saying nobody's going to get left behind, but I'm afraid some might, because the train's rolling and people need to pay attention. You could be passive, but that doesn't stop you from paying attention. I mean, you should know. I got some guy that wakes up every 3 months, goes, where are we at? I don't know where you're at, but I'm right here. I don't owe that to every time the guy calls. So finally I said, if you want to know, stay tied in. You could get in one time a day and know what's going on. We have videos all over the place. People know. So, I mean, if they really knew they had a multi-million-dollar business, would they really do that? They wouldn't. And you hear stuff us saying something about a data center. That's huge, guys. If he gets a data center, we're set free. I'm not kidding. I mean, a data center right now is 52% of Amazon. 52% of their income is from their data center. Why? I want you to picture, it's like owning all the apartments online and you're the landlord. You have to go to them to lease that space online. And Ash is going to get his own space. What's that mean? Well, then we're the law of the land because we own the land. It's a big deal. And people will come to OnPassive to rent space. And it's a multi-billion-dollar, just by itself, it's multi-billion. OStaff is $1 billion thing. OConnect, multi-billion-dollar. And you don't have to get the whole market. You just get a little piece. He's got so many pies out there. You just know a little piece from each one and it'll explode. People say to me, well, should I build after? You don't have to build anything. Nobody has to do anything. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be 62 years old and I got a lot more years behind me than I do in front. Okay. So I would rather get there sooner. Now, you can do that. How? Fill up your pockets. And when you have extra, buy extra traffic from the company, right? Say, look, I want an extra $1,000 of traffic. You can have it go anywhere you want. I would definitely direct it to OnPassive, and then you can get there a little quicker. So keep that in mind, but help each other. A lot of us older people don't understand certain terminology. I assume people know when I say, open your tab, go here, traffic. I mean, people think I'm talking about a car. Tab, they're thinking about a soda that no longer exists. No, I'm really, I had a guy, he sent me an email and he goes, I can't get my password. I can't even get my OTP. I go, well, give me it. So I put it in, it says it doesn't exist. I go, where'd you get this password at? He goes, you told me to make it up. Where'd you make it up at? In my head, I thought it sounded good. I said, wait a minute, you just went and made up an email? Yeah, you can't do that. If you could do that, everybody would do it. I'm like, what the heck? And then I said something I shouldn't have said, and he got mad and hung up on me. But I was trying to joke, but I asked him how old he was. He said 55. I said, well, I know one thing, your parents should have used protection 55 years ago in 9 months. And he didn't think that was funny. No, but I mean, common sense, but some people don't know the terminology, so we got to take the time, because I talk real fast and I just assume people know what I'm saying. I can see their face going, what the heck did you just say? And some people nod even if they don't know, yeah, I got, yeah, they don't know. So I believe in putting a hand down and pulling people up. If we all did that, everybody will have a chance. Everybody. Nobody's better than anybody else. I don't care what size team you are. If you make an impact like a Bill Must, like a Narelle, like a Yvonne, people here, Tina, all these people, Cynthia Brown, she's the biggest fan I got on TikTok. I see her every day. But I mean, it's little things. It's not about helping me. I want you guys to think of after the launch. After the launch, millions and millions of people are going to punch in Google, what is OnPassive? And it's going to go out like wildfire. And they're going to run into people like Tina, like Mary, like John, like Chris Johnson, me, Narelle, Yvonne. It's just going to happen. That's the way it is. So keep doing what you can do, help each other. And a lot of people worry about today. Don't worry about today. You're building for tomorrow. And we're going to have a lot of fun. And it's a lot more fun marketing when you don't have to worry about the money. Trust me, a lot more fun. Because if you don't make it real well that month, so what? You're making enough money, it doesn't matter. But you guys are in a business you have no idea. I'm telling you the size and how big it is. And we don't even know the products S hasn't showed us yet. I mean, he talked the other day about hardware, like physical products, massive production. He's going to have production plants. The other day, I called him on the phone. I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm hiring an executive for another headquarters. This is going on daily, day after day after day. He's building the foundation of a giant, giant company. And I want to tell you something. When you say, I can't believe it took this long, would you want a massive company built in a week? Where would it be in 6 months? It'll be gone. You're entering an arena of the Facebooks, the Googles, the Amazons, the Apples. They can be ruthless, guys. But if you enter that arena as Mike Tyson, they think twice about trying to punch you back. Right? They don't say, who's this contender? They say, who the freak is this bad dude? And when you walk in as a unicorn company, right? Always tell people, hey, could you imagine if you joined Jeff Bezos when he started? That would be a downfall for us. Jeff Bezos started in his attic. He sold used books. We're starting at a company that is a unicorn from day one. There's no comparison. It's only up from there. So no, don't imagine starting with Jeff Bezos. Imagine starting with Mufareh. That's the big one. It'll be the biggest thing we've ever seen. And I told people in Papua New Guinea last time, Papua New Guinea is my second family. Stop messing around. If you can get 4 people together in a family, get a position. This is not coming around again. You'll never see anything this big again, ever, ever. And if it takes a little bit of time, thank God. Ass is building a masterpiece. And while he's doing it, he's getting the arrows thrown at him. He's walking in dog poop. People are bad mouthing him online. People are going after him personally online. They're going after his family. They're threatening him. And what does he do? Big smile on his face, and you never hear him complain. You never hear him say anything. That is one unique individual. Because when I was growing up, I punched somebody for some of that stuff, you know. But no, he's a good guy, and he's building something for us, and I don't know why. I've never met anybody. Why would he do that for complete strangers? And a percentage of them are trying to get at him, trying to do harm to the company and to him. Oh, by the way, you know these videos out there bad mouthing the company? You know, one of them's going around now saying, hey, somebody put a complaint to the Better Business Bureau. Another one put into the FBI. Another one did this. So I'm talking to Ash, he goes, oh, we've been getting that since we had 5,000 people. He goes, I get it every day. He said, but I walked through hell and came back. I opened my books and everything to all the governments in the world. I opened it to the government in the United States. They all know who I am and how we're operating. I could care less what some lowlife says on a video. That it means nothing to me. And it shouldn't mean anything to us either. I went to a video and these two girls are on there and they're dumb as a rock. I don't mean to say anything, but they're just dumb as a rock. They got 76 views. 72 of them are founders. Why are we helping them? Ignore it. They're nobody. They're a pimple on OnPassive's ass. I shouldn't say it like that, but I mean, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're absolutely nothing. They mean nothing. They don't even breathe the same air. This is much bigger than that. He laughed when I told him. He goes, do you think millions of dollars would be switching back and forth and I'd still be walking around free? You can't give $5,000 to your neighbor without the FBI coming to your house. And he's dealing with millions a day? Come on, use your common sense. If he is a gangster or a scammer, he's the dumbest one that ever walked the planet. He's building companies, he's hiring people, he's shipping people around. It just doesn't make sense. It's absolutely insane. So be happy where we are, because I am. You should be, no doubt. Most of you are. It's sad when you go to a webinar and there's 14,000 people out of a million. But hey, there's nothing we can do about that. You can't make a horse drink. You can only drag him to the mouth. You can't make him drink. But I guarantee this. All the people that are struggling, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what day it is. Watch their IQ increase when the apples are in their basket. People are going to get real smart real quick when there's money involved. Right? IQs are going to go up like 50 points as soon as they start making money. They'll understand everything. They'll be in touch. They won't miss a webinar. You know, it's just human instinct. But we can't sit back and I was at fault. I helped too many people too much. I helped them so much they can't do anything on their own. And that's not right. It's their responsibility to take care of their business. We help people, and if they don't want to do it, move on, move to somebody else. I didn't come on here to preach, but I heard Chris talk, and I wanted to do a little bit better job than he did. That's all. So anyway, that's all I got.
Thanks, Marty.
Amazing.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And you only had to put in one extra hey to be better than Chris. Hey, 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 hey. You know, something like that.
Amazing.
But you just shared some great information, and it really is truly important for people to understand what they actually have in their hands right now, or the opportunity. You know, you may have come in a year ago, 2 years ago, and like Marty said, there's people out there bad mouthing not only OnPassive but Ash himself. You know, go out there and have a look at Amway. Go out there and research any of those products that you've ever tried, and you'll find that there's some creep on there trying to sell his stuff, right, to you by bad mouthing somebody else. It happens in every company. That's the way it is. That seems to be the way that they've probably made money online. And once you go over to them, they charge you whatever they're going to charge you. Say it's $100 a month. And guess what? Do they actually care about you? They probably send you some rubbish that they've made up. And then in a month's time, 2 months' time, what's going to happen? You won't see them for dust, because they're the scammers. Okay, they're the ones out there trolling the internet, trying to make whatever they can out of you and me. And that's not what we're here for. Remember, those people started in an attic, a garage, the ones that are doing good now, but that's where they started. You know, we have put this together. Ash has put this together with the tech team, with the engineers, to make sure that this has the beautiful rocks, concrete, solid platform foundation. And then he built from there. Okay, so occasionally, you know, there's a nail missing in one of the boards, and that's getting fixed. And that's what we call beta testing. And beta testing is out there. If you've never done it before, then it does seem a little bit overwhelming. What am I supposed to be doing? You know, what am I doing here? And things like that. But beta testing is fun. Just go out there, try the products. For those who are founders, you can log into your back office and just have a play around. Okay. Beta testing means that one day it could be working, the next minute it's not, because they're working on it. That's what beta testing is all about. You don't just throw together something. And if any of you have ever even made one little tiny website, okay, did it just come to you perfect in the beginning? No, there was changes. There might have been a spelling mistake. You didn't like the color, the photo wasn't right. And you keep going backwards and forwards to the person who's building it for you, or yourself, if you've actually been brave enough to build a website yourself, which I think is incredibly difficult to do by yourself. And it can take a lot longer, which means that you're wasting time and money, really, because you really don't know what you're doing. You just think that you're saving money, but it's not. The professionals know what they're doing. So thank you, Marty, for sharing all of that information. Do we have, I know we've got Marie there, but do we have any questions at all, Yvonne? I know everybody's excited that's here.
No, we have no questions.
Okay.
Just, yeah, I think Marty's just blown them all away.
Yeah,
It's pretty amazing. Thank you for sharing, Marty. We do have a hand up. So if we can go to Marie. Marie, if you'd like to unmic.
Hi, Marie. If
Yes.
you'd like to keep it to just a couple of minutes, please. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, so I'm happy to be here to support. Listening to everybody explaining this. My question to Marty. So we do have the O Winners, O Founders Foundation community. There are people of different strengths. Some people are very good at presentation. Some people are very good at explanation. And some people are participants. So like I said, people have strength of different nature. And when you go through the webinars, they talk to you about, getting involved, your bonuses will depend on the sale. And in our founder community, we may have people who are good at sales and people who just attend webinars, like maybe 4 to 7 a day in different languages to be of moral support. How does the bonuses, how would that be determined for those whose strength are to be there for moral support and sometimes speak or ask questions if necessary, as compared to those who present and and answer more questions than others?
Hi, Marie. So you're asking if there is any more benefits for anyone who does presentations or those who are just going to, as in not presenting and things like that. I presume that's what you're asking. The thing is,
yes,
remember, we are all founders. We come in at exactly the same price, $97 US plus that $5 admin fee for the bank transition for your credit card. So we are all on the same level. Not anybody will receive any more, in a sense, except for those who have. Yes, there are people out there that have joined OnPassive that are team builders, who are marketers and things like that. But like Ash said, no one will be left behind. But I am going to go over to Marty for a little bit better explanation on that, because I think that remembering that we do have guests here, but we are going out there to the world. So Marty, if you'd like to sort of touch on that a little bit for Marie, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know everyone that's going to make some type of bonus. I would think Ash would like everybody to make a little. I don't know what's going to happen. I do know if you have a team, it will be more, and it only makes sense. Let me tell you why. If he runs a campaign, and on the rotators everybody's name, and when Narelle's name comes up, the person looks at it and buys, she gets a sale. Narelle's name comes up and they don't buy, she doesn't get a sale. She might get a pending, whatever it is. I don't know if it's even going to be a founder, but it could be a pending or somebody that put their name in, but they didn't buy. That could go on and on and on and on. The difference is if they go by me and I have a team, it goes by me and they say no, goes by somebody on my team and they say no, goes by somebody else on my team and they say yes, I get a little piece. So the bigger your team, the more chance you have of making more of a bonus, no doubt. But I'm telling you now, personally, and I have a team, a good sized team. I did not get into OnPassive for the bonus at all. In fact, none of you did. You didn't even know there was a bonus until about a year ago. This company is not about the bonus. The only reason we're having a premiere launch / soft launch, don't tell Ash I said soft launch, he gets mad when I say that, but a premiere launch is so they can test the merchant accounts. It was never intended for people to make a lot of money and some people not make any money. Ash knows, I'll give you an example. Maria, I understand exactly what you're saying. Believe it or not, I do not give the presentation. Never. I suck at it. If I had to give a presentation, it'd take 3 weeks, a boatload of food and a tent. And when you were done, you wouldn't have any clue what I was talking about because I'm all over the place, okay? I'm a filler and I'm a lover. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to add that because it sounds funny. No, but I fill in, I know the business very well. I could talk to somebody one-on-one. I've never had anybody tell me no if they're open-minded, never, ever. But it's because I love the business and people join because of your passion, not because of what you know, because what you know, they don't understand anyway. You keep it 15, 20 minutes and say something to them. They see you're enthusiastic and they go, I got to join because I want what Maria has and I don't even know what she has. Most people do that. I'm telling you right now, that's how it starts. But yeah, I mean, Ash notices people that do things. Like, for example, Maria, if you're out there in the community and you're making nice comments or you're doing a thumbs up or you're doing a like, trust me, he sees it. Now you would think, how could he see? He sees it. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he goes 2 hours of sleep every day either. But he knows, he asks me about people. Who's this person? Who's that person? I see this person doing this. I see that. I'm like, do you ever sleep? I mean, it actually gets on my nerves. I'm like, what? 3 o'clock in the morning, he's texting me, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock. I'm like, you know, what the heck? I mean, he's a lot, right now is his time. Sunday night, they have to tell me I'm getting buzzed by him because I can't hear it because I'm old. Marty Asher's on the phone. I go, oh yeah. But anyway, no, do the best you can. If you don't have a big team or a team, your chances of this bonus are a little less. I mean, but listen to me, that's not why he's doing it. If Ash could get through this without the bonus, he would do it. He's not a big fan of this bonus period, but he has to test the merchants. He has to get all that ready, do the merchants work or people getting the money. But his main thing is to go into the hard launch. And the hard launch, Maria, is what you signed up for. It's what I signed up for because that's when the game begins.
Thank you.
That's when the company goes full force and really slams it. Will there be people with bigger teams make a little more bonus than you? Yeah, but look, I didn't get in for overflow, spillover. I'm not allowed to say that either. Overflow or bonus, I could care less. When I got in, somebody said, how's the overflow work? I said, I don't care because I'm in here to create overflow, not get it. And I've created overflow, thousands of overflow because I market. It's the first business I actually work and it benefits people with me instead of me working and stepping on everybody's head to get to the top. I hated that. But no, everybody's valuable here. And that's why last week when we did the Thursday meeting, I was talking with Chris and a few other people. I want to start bringing people on these meetings that aren't LC. They don't have a big team, but they have an impact. They're making a difference. Now, can I guarantee everybody's going to get through? No, it's 1 million people, probably not. But if I have anything to do it, I'm going to bring different people on so they can be in the panel. A lot of people aren't happy about it. There's some people in certain countries like they think they should have half the people there because they own half the country. No, bite me. I don't care how big your team is. We got to spread it out and let other people come. And Ash is fine with that. I mean, he loves that. He would like to meet everybody, really. He's a crazy guy. I mean, crazy good, by the way. I know how I talk. It sounds horrible, but no, but he's a good guy. And I think we're going to bring on people that matter. Who matters? Maria, I think you do, or you wouldn't ask the question. Tina does. I know Lydia, I've seen her forever. Bruce, look at Bruce. Bruce is everywhere. He's a maniac.
So my
Yvonne,
follow-up,
Yvonne and Narelle's up all night. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so my follow-up question based on what you just said, could you just explain in simple terms as to one person who have, for example, 10 position as compared to the other person who has 3 position with 9 down 9, let's see, 9 down lines actually. So one
give me a
person has
total. It
10
doesn't matter.
position, they cannot build a team, and the other person B has 2 position, but they have built up a team of a total of 10. What
All
is
right,
the difference?
so both teams have 10, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's the same. It's the
Okay.
same. You have 10 times the more chance of getting a bonus than somebody with none. And if you have 100, you have 100% more chance to get. Now, I don't mean you're going to get 100 times more money, but you get the
No.
chance to get greater. But yeah, if it's just you, it's pretty slim. But let's look at it this way. I'll give you an example. If the rotators start and Robert here gets 500 people come to his site, 250 of them could sign up. I could get 500 too, and 20 sign up. Right? You're guaranteed traffic. You can't make people sign up. So you never know. But in general, the amount of traffic will be the same. And I understand some people can't market. That's why you're here. I'm here because people can't market. I want to be able to know that people that can't market can actually be successful online for the first time in the history of mankind. Everybody here in time will be successful. When I say it, I guarantee you'll be successful. I never say I guarantee how much you're going to make and how soon, because nobody knows that. Now, when I got in, I looked at it different because I'm a marketer. This was the easiest thing in the world for me to market. But even as big as the team that I made, to me, it's a joke. Because I know that after it launches, it's going to quadruple 1,000 times. No kidding. Right away, it's going to go thousands and thousands and thousands. You figure 250,000 people a day could be joining OnPassive. 250,000 a day. That means in 5 days, we have as many people as we have right now. Do you think you're going to get 3? I mean, that's ridiculous. It really is. It's insane. Now, will it start that way? No, it's going to take a while for this train to get moving. But because Ash is building up this, like that thing on Thursday, he had professional photographers there. They videotaped Boston. They videotaped everything going before, everything after, and it's going to be part of the marketing. So when he slams it on the world, he's going to have stuff like that. He's very good at that. And he's doing it all for us. And picture this. You have 1,000 people on your team. And Ash comes up with a new product that everybody just absolutely loves. You could make an extra 50 grand a month. In one day. Because you already have the foundation of people. And remember, this had nothing to do with marketing. If you went to somebody and said, hey, come join me on ONET, it's a new social media, they're going to go, why don't they go? I'll tell you why they don't go, because I researched this. Because the first thing they ask is how many people are there? Oh, 10. They're not coming. But if you know on day one there's 1 million, they'll come. And if they come, somebody else will come. I told someone this, and this is fact. This is what I want to do. I want to get a handful of people, however many, and we suck people out of Facebook and be real quiet about it. You don't delete your account. You don't say anything crazy. Don't go in and make a lot of noise. And about 6 months, everybody shut off their account. Now, here's what happens. You took out 50,000 people, not a big deal. But the news of it will give you another 150,000 people. Because the flash will be what happened. Hey, who's this company on passive? Because you can work on the free products. You get somebody's name and email, they're yours for life. Whatever the reason is. Hey, come to this, doesn't cost anything. Come check this out. And they come, they're a guest. 6 months from now, they get in. They're still yours forever, for life. So that's the kind of things you guys want to think of. All these little things, it's not about marketing. Let go of marketing. You guys go to the store and you get a good deal, you tell somebody. You see a movie, you tell them, hey, you got to go see this movie. And I guarantee you, I've done it. MGM hasn't sent me a freaking dime. And I've talked about a lot of movies I liked and they never sent me one dime. But if you're enthusiastic and say, you got to see this, I'm in a place like better than Facebook. They don't take your identity and give all the power things of it. How do I get in? Oh, you only got to put your email in like Facebook. And that email is the trigger for everything. It's trigger for everything about passive. Because once they walk into there, it's like walking down the yellow brick road. They get into Emerald City, they're yours. An Emerald City in this case is on passive. They get in on passive world, they're yours forever. Then their kids will be, then their grandkids will be. And that's how this is going to blow up. Ash has planted seeds all over the world, everywhere. Nobody knows yet. It's really quiet. Founders know, but the world doesn't know about on passive. Trust me. Whatever he's about to do in the next 2 weeks, he told me everybody on the planet will know. They will know that we're not a joke. They will know that there's a new sheriff in town. Guaranteed. A lot of the naysayers have eaten pounds and pounds of crow. So if you see any black feathers sticking out of somebody's mouth, you know who he was.
Marty, you're hilarious.
I love it.
Thank you so much
Marty.
for sharing, Marty. That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Thank
Marie,
you
I
so
just
much.
I just want to say something there too. You know, I never came in, I didn't even know there was a bonus when I first came in, because I came in on the platform of Bless, wanting to know more about that so that I could raise funds for my great niece Mimi. So I've never spoken about it in presentations. We don't talk about it because really it's just there. And whoever benefits from that, I have no concerns about. One thing, and I'll re-quote, Marty has said this, and I do say it on my presentations quite a bit. For the first time in your lives, everyday people are the ones who are founders within this amazing company on passive. For the first time in your life, you're a founder. So where do you think when all of these products get launched, where do you think that when these go out to the world, where do you think when we go to Premier launch, that all those people, companies, big business, organizations, corporations are going to go? Under you as the founder. You know, this is completely different. You cannot compare it to anything out there on the market, whether it be the patented payment plan, don't know anything about it. But we know that it's going to be good because we can see how the products are coming to us. You know, we see what's available out there. So you want to be a founder within a multi-billion-dollar company, a unicorn company, even before launch, that isn't starting in a garage. And you are the everyday people, because that's who Ash wanted to see here, not the big, rich, multi-million-dollar people already filling their pockets a little bit more. They're the one, he wanted us, the everyday people, to be there in the founder positions first. You know, that alone in itself is worth the money of 97 or 136 Australian dollars or 143 New Zealand dollars. It's worth every penny just to be a founder, you know, and then once more out of pocket to start your subscription. Honest to goodness, I shake my head daily when people go, oh no, I don't think it's for me. You know what that says to me? That says to me they didn't even take a look. They didn't take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to take a look at an opportunity that could change their lives. Now, yeah, there are people out there who've been scammed. There are scammers still out there. You know, there's trolls, there's hackers, whatever. But the thing is, you have to have a trust with the person that you're sharing it with. They've got to trust you, because people don't do business with something that you've got for sale. As Marty said, they're looking at who you are. Do I trust Narelle Walk On? Do I trust Lids? You know, what is she sharing with me? Of course I'm going to have a look because she's my friend. Okay. Or of course I'm going to have a look because, you know, Liz is out there doing something online and it's amazing, you know, and I just like her as a person.
Think about this too, Narelle. Have you guys, if all of you have ever been in MLM, you've been to webinars or seminars where that couple's walking across stage with that real big check, it's 20, 30,000, it's always the same people. Wouldn't it be nice one time you're sitting in the audience and that guy walks by and somebody, man, he's lucky, and he goes, oh yeah, he's in my downline somewhere. That's gonna be that's gonna be a neat feeling, right?
Yeah, and you know what? You pay hundreds of dollars. Remember, I think there'll be, you know, 80% of you here that have gone to their big celebrations, right? Rah, rah, get everybody fired up. You spend hundreds of dollars because usually it's in a capital city, somewhere in Australia, let's say, for instance, because that's where we are. And you have to fly to Brisbane or you have to fly to Perth or Melbourne usually, because that's where all the big things happen, right? So you're spending flights, then you pay for your accommodation, then they want you to go to a big dinner, so you have to pay extra for that, you know, because it's a dinner, and then you celebrate and you rah-rah all weekend, and you know what, you're sitting there thinking, well, shit, I hope this happens to me one day, because that guy who walked across the stage who said, hey, you can do this, if I can do this, you can do this. What a whole heap of shit. Sorry, but
no, but it's so funny because what happens is I went to one. I was in what's the big one? The very first one.
Amway.
Amway, yeah. Okay, so I go a big convention, right? And here's what you do. I felt like a JoJo the Idiot circus monkey, right? You go there, you get all riled up. When I leave, I'm telling the business to the gas station attendant, to a guy walking across the street. And then reality sets in. You finally get home, and now you've spent $1,000 that you don't have, and you don't know any more than you did before you went there. And the same people that you tried to tell about it, they don't give a crap that you went there. So now you're more depressed than you were beforehand. It only lasts about a couple of days, and then you're sitting home going, well, crap. How is this going to help me? I remember one time a guy came to me and he's in a business, and it was at the time where we could build a team, and he goes, yeah, I'm leaving this. I go, no, I think I can help you. No, I'm leaving. So he leaves. A month later, he calls me and says, check this out. And he sends me his webpage. Absolutely beautiful. 3D freaking rocket ships. I mean, it's state of the art. What do you think? And I said, I think it's beautiful. And I go, what are you going to do with it? He goes, well, something like that. There's going to be a lot of people. I said, no. They're not going to come to it. They don't know it's there. How are you driving the traffic? You couldn't drive traffic last week. You're not, what, did you learn something I don't know about? I could hear in his voice, I could hear his soul leaving his body, because he spent like $500 on this site. And for some reason in his mind, if this site's not beautiful, people can't help themselves. That's not how it works. I brought in hundreds of people on the ugliest site I ever had. Ugly site. It's what you say, it's your enthusiasm. All that fancy stuff doesn't do anything. But I just deflated him, and I didn't try to do that, but I could hear on his voice. He's like, yeah, oh. I said, uh-oh. He never talked to me again, but I wasn't trying to do it. But I'm thinking, why did you fall for that? Everybody does it too. They go to a new business and they go, I'm going to get it this time. No difference, just a different time. They have no new skills, same people, same bat channel. You're still a bat. I mean, you don't know. It's not your fault, but you can't go to a new business and think you're Einstein. You know, if you didn't know there, you still don't know. And Ash, what he did is build a system for everybody. Everybody wins. That's the beauty of it. I'm not here for the bonus. I wasn't here for overflow. I'm here because Lydia, Byron, Cynthia, everybody here is going to be successful. How fast? Who the freak knows? I don't know, but you're going to be successful. And if you're really lucky and you get in the downline with a ton of overflow, because some of you are going to wake up with 1,000 people on your team and you have no one that day. It's going to happen. You don't know where, but I wouldn't bet on it. But either way, people start coming in. Boom, boom. And this thing, he's already got that one campaign for 16 months. That's not the only campaign. It's just one. And that's tens of millions of dollars. Man, I talked a lot tonight, Chris. All right,
It's
I'm done.
okay, Marty, because, you know, we're getting all fired up. We're getting towards that pointy end of the stick, you know, and it's hard not to share that with people and tell them or share with them, you know, exactly what, because we've all been there. I see people, well, as you're talking, people are laughing and nodding their heads and things like that, because we've all been there. We've all been there. And like you said, it lasts for about 2 days excitement, because you get home and what do you get next? You get the bill for the accommodation through your credit card bill, right? And you think, well, shit, how am I going to pay for this, right? How the heck am I going to be able to pay for this now that I've spent all this money to go along to somewhere where I was going to get all fired up? So people go out, and what you do is you're pushing others up the ladder again, because you have excitement. You might join one other person, you might buy a little bit more product, thinking that it's going to bring you in that residual income. And it fails every single time. That's why everyone is joining on passive.
That's right.
That's why when they see the vision, they see that is what that's what's been the difference. That's what's the change is. You know, that's what's been missing, is somebody who came along and said, I want to do this. I want to do it this way. I want it on one platform. I want to do it for the everyday people. And that's what the difference is. So I see we have a hand or 2 hands up. I can't see the other. Robert, come on down and open up your microphone, please.
Oh, thanks very much, Narelle. Thanks, Marty and Chris, for being on here. It's been very exciting, very enlightening. I really just want to say is that I've done exactly what everyone else has done here. I've been in the game for a long time. But the thing I want to bring it back to is actually being a founder. And I think sometimes we lose the point of why we're a founder. We're in a startup company. And, you know, when we first started, it was going a bit quicker. It seemed it was going to be launching all the time. But as the years have gone by, we started to realize where we are. And like my uncle said, if you've got a good business, they'll come. And so we've got a good business here. And as founders, we just got to appreciate the effort that's gone into this. I mean, I'm just blown away from what happened with our staff. I mean, really and truly, that's just a little entree compared to what I came in here for the marketing, because the biggest thing I had was getting people, traffic. I had all those problems. So no, I agree with everything. It's been a great meeting here today. I've actually quite enjoyed it, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, it is. It's a wonderful meeting today. We're all sharing, we're all getting the information out there. Like I said, we're all resonating today with that particular story, because our journey has brought us to on passive. You know, on passive is where we need to be right now. And if people miss out because we've shared it with them and they said, no, it's not for us, they're the ones that will live with the regret of not even having a look at it. You know, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, then say, yes, that's what Richard Branson says, and learn about it later. Now, there's nothing really to learn in this business, because you don't have to go out there. You don't have to be active. You don't have to get out there and do all this stuff. And that's why, again, Ash made it that way. Active or passive, you will win. Okay. The rate of what you will get paid, the rate of what comes in, who knows? As Marty says, do you know, even if you have a bricks and mortar building, a shop, okay, I had a florist shop. Did I know how many people were going to walk in that florist shop that day and buy flowers, or how much they were going to spend? Absolutely not. So how can you put a price on, or how can you put a number on how many people are going to come into OnPassive? You can't. But guess what? They're coming. They're coming because of the value. Okay. They're not going to get that sort of value and those sort of products anywhere else on the internet. And you know what? Saving them money for what they're going to use, absolutely incredible. They will come, and don't you worry about that. So more so than what we even know. Okay, Bruce, come on down if you'd like to share with us a little for a couple of minutes. Thank you. We're running over time, but we're enjoying it.
I would love to talk. I would love to talk louder, so I'm going to try to talk louder. I get some water in my mouth, that's okay, because I'm like spitting out nothing but I'm passive. You know, many people don't realize that the richest company in the world is Apple. I mean, they know that, but they don't know the history of Apple. Apple started in a garage with an Atari computer as the base of it. And when it finally launched, it almost went bankrupt. they got rid of Steve Jobs because they thought they could do it better without him. He created Pixar, which became the greatest animation company at the time. And then they called him back. He was the one with the vision. And people still didn't see it, and they almost went bankrupt. Now, from bankruptcy, they went from there to a couple of people who believed in Steve Jobs, and that was, what's his name, the founder of Microsoft and a sheik in Saudi Arabia. And nobody should believe in it. Apple went up and down for many years and suffered for many years. But the thing about it, if you stuck with Apple, like Marty said, you would be a multi-billionaire today. So if you stick with OnPassive through its ups and downs, the thing about it now is that the technology is so great today. Ash knows that, and he knows he wants to create a company that's seamless from the beginning. And he's going to do that until before we really launch. And that's why we're in beta testing now. And that's why it's okay to go slow. Because as we go slow, things improve and improve and improve. Artificial intelligence gets better and better. I think about bonuses, and all I think is it's chump change. Who cares about bonuses? There's such a bigger picture than a bonus. If you think about a bonus, you're thinking small. Think about the big picture. There's an old expression, dreams are free, so dream big. Dream big, always dream big. And this is, the thing about me is that I'm a computer illiterate. I'm still having trouble figuring out how to use TikTok and how to get on YouTube working. And I need help with that. And if I can get help, I'll get help. And if not, I'll keep trying to find it through YouTube instructions. That will take time, but this is about perseverance, consistency, and belief and faith in Ash Mufareh and what this is all about. All we are is seed planters. We're nothing but people tell something to people and hope. And if they hear it, then they get hope. And when they get hope, then they say, I want more hope. And when they want more hope and they want to know more, I say, well, if you want to know more and you really believe that, you really have the willingness for that, then become a founder. If someone doesn't have willingness, don't try to make him willing, because you can't lead him out a horse to water, but you sure can make him thirsty. You don't make him thirsty by trying to convince him. Make him thirsty by saying, okay, maybe you're not one who belongs here, and move on. And they'll probably come back one day when they see the importance of OnPassive. Well, staff is amazing. Everything here is amazing. And the biggest thing is that all of you are all amazing. And that includes me too. We're all amazing.
You are amazing. You are certainly amazing. And so are we all as founders. O stands for OnPassive, and we are OnPassified. We are getting out there and we are sharing this with everybody that we know. And you know what? At the end of the day, we are the ones who are blessed. Okay, we were blessed because we saw the vision. We saw something within OnPassive that brought us in. It doesn't matter how you came in. You're here. You're a founder. Thank you, Bruce, for sharing today. We do have to keep on because we're running out of time. But I do want to say thank you to each and every one. If you came on a little bit later, we're not letting any more in the door at present. We want to thank again Chris and Marty, because what they shared today, you know, what Marty shared with us today is truly amazing. You may not understand, if you're a guest here today and you don't understand some of that, that's okay, you know, because not one of us came in knowing the knowledge of everything. You know, when I started my bricks and mortar florist shop, did I make 100,000 the first year? No, but within the within the 4th year, I was making $250,000 a year, you know, so it works, okay? But you have to work it a little bit, passive or active, but come in, have a look at your back office, become a founder. If you don't like it, then get out. You've got 30 days, you know, get a refund. If you don't like it, we don't need you because we're all here as visionaries. Okay, we don't want you to stay if you can't see a vision, because you're not going to do what Ash really wants people to do, and that's to make that ripple effect out to the world, to change people's lives, to bring balance back to humanity. So, you know, share with those that you love, share with those that you don't love, but, you know, don't ever worry about people saying no, because at the end of the day, it's not about you. You saw the vision. Okay, if they don't see it, that's not up to you to say, well, why, or keep pushing. And I know that, you know, many of us have sent information, and I keep sending information. You know, if they still can't see it, I'm not pushing them. I'm saying, hey, you got to get in this. We're closing off soon. You got to be a founder, because at the end of the day, if they saw it, they'd already be here. They would have said yes. You know, I've been on passive since the 10th of the 10th, 2020, special numbers. But, you know, I have a team, but it wasn't because of me pushing or anything. The ones that I thought, oh, this is going to help them. These are amazing people. They want to make a change in the world, said no. Said no. Flatly out, no. Not interested. This is not for me, whatever. A couple of them looked at it. Most of them, I would say, didn't. Now, I have a reputable name, you know, I'm not just some fly-by-night or anything like that. So, you know, why did they say no? Because they think that what they have right now is the very best thing out there. Now, again, you can continue with your business, you can continue with your job working, because some people are very passionate about that. But this is an option for you to change your life and generational wealth handed down to not only your children, but your grandchildren. This is going to change the world. This is going to bring that balance back. And I can't say any more than what has already been said here today. But all I want to do is just say thank you so much. You really are appreciated for your love and your support coming on for Yvonne and myself. As Marty mentioned, we are going to be live streaming next week, which is really exciting, just for our guest webinars, because remember, we do have founders only, and those will be recorded and put into our YouTube channel as unlisted. And if you want the link for those, please let us know, and we will send you the link. So that's not a problem at all. If you want to go over any of the last ones that we had, they were quite good. Last Thursday, I shared my screen and went through how to use Own Network. How to put up a post, you know, how to put up a picture, what to write, how to change colors, all that sort of thing. So ask for the link if you need it. You know, if you're not using Own Network, why? Because you don't know how, right? So make sure that you listen into those ones or get the recording so that you can, you know, step by step, just follow it. Stop it when you need to, and then continue on. But there's so much information out there. So I can see the lovely Chris Johnson has his hand up. He's not just butting in.
I'm butting in because I want to tell you something. Number one, once again, Narelle, Yvonne, and my buddy Kenton, who's not here. Very, very proud of you guys, what you built. You broke off. You did this on your own, and I love you for it. But I want to break you in on also big news. You ready?
Yes,
This Wednesday, I want to get you warmed up and get Marty. This Wednesday is Marty DeGarmo's 68th birthday, 62nd birthday. So I want to get you all prepared for it. He's going to hate me for doing this, but I think he deserves all the love in the world, because I talk to that guy every single day, nonstop, and he's just a good guy. And I could sit there and honestly tell you, and he hates me for saying this, but he really does care about all of you, and he helps everyone out he can. People don't see that. I do, because he calls me all day and bugs me, and I got to hear about it. But he helps every one of you guys out. But give him let's give him an early happy birthday to get him warmed up for Wednesday. How's that?
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday. And Chris,
Happy birthday, young buck.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Happy
birthday, Marty.
Happy birthday, a lot for everyone.
Chris, you gonna get it.
Oh, love you, Marty.
Happy birthday, Marty.
Just the start of
You
it.
deserve to have a great birthday.
You are going to pay for this, right?
Marty, happy birthday to you, Marty.
Marty.
Dear Marty.
Marty.
Happy
It's not
birthday.
even Wednesday yet.
To you.
Hip,
Marty.
hip, hip.
Marty's birthday week. Hooray.
Yay.
Marty, you
When you
going
get
to
too old, you got to
birthday
celebrate
up
your
until
whole week.
Wednesday.
Marty,
You better
when I
watch
first
yourself.
You're 30 years young. Are you 30 years younger now? A young Maddie? You look like a 30-year-old. Or young.
Marty's 26.
Wow.
Marty's only
Oh,
26,
wonderful.
not 30 yet.
Marty, when I first met you, I think I was the 7th person on one of your lives, and I absolutely loved you then, right from the heart. You're amazing.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think what you see in Marty is integrity. That's what I see. I see a person with integrity, down to earth, blows his nose on screen, yells at the kids,
The birds chirping, the kids
haven't seen
sort
Shorty
of
for a while.
squawking.
But
We love it.
the wife is
He tells everyone to bite him all the time.
And Dawn's
so
amazing.
down to earth. He's not dressed
Marty,
up
it's
in a
only
suit,
a number, mate.
telling you that you're going to make $1 million. He's a guy that comes on and speaks from his heart. Absolutely. So thanks
you for
Marty.
sharing
We
today,
appreciate
Marty.
everything that you do from
Marty's a
Australia and New
sweetheart.
Zealand. Absolutely, we love you. So thanks,
Happy
Chris, for calling in
birthday,
out. I'm sure there's
Marty.
many webinars going to be on where poor old Marty, not so old, sorry, Marty, because I'm not that far behind you. But there's going to be many webinars. I'm sure we're going to be called out, and many a happy birthday, because let's celebrate Marty for the week. Mine's in a couple of weeks, Marty.
Oh, he's gonna love that. He's gonna kill Chris. Chris is dead meat.
Yeah, he's got to find him first.
You want to
All right,
hide,
guys.
Chris, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Turn off
Byron, lovely
the
to see you.
recording.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn off the recording now, and then we can have a quick chat, and then we have to go. So